channel. In today's video, we are going to be setting up my budget planner for 2023 for the month of January. I'm going to take you guys through the entire process from start to finish, how I set up my budget planner using my stickers. Just a disclaimer, this may be quite a lengthy video, so go ahead and grab you a little drink. I definitely have mine. You can grab your budget planner or budget book and we can budget together. So thank you guys for hitting this video. Go ahead and hit the like button if you like videos like these. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Leave me a comment. How are you going to be budgeting in the new year? I'm curious to know. And let's get started. Okay, y'all. So first I'm going to start with just letting you guys know why I budget. I started my budgeting journey a few years back when I first started living on my own and I was teaching. I had also had some debt, some credit card debt, a car loan, and I knew that I needed to start budgeting my money. I knew that I needed to get my finances together. So that's when I got on YouTube to try to scout out how different people were budgeting to, see how I could get my life together. And I ended up coming across the cash envelope stuffing method, fell in love with it, and I've been using that method to budget for a little over 2 years now. So if you are new to budgeting and you haven't started, or it's been a while since you've gotten started, I would encourage you to start because it's so important, guys, to know where your money is going. It's so important to budget if you have specific financial goals like coming out of debt or building your emergency fund, saving for future expenses, or if like me, if you're getting into traveling, it's expensive. So budgeting is definitely a must. So I use budget stickers, and this is what we're going to use today. All of my stickers are from my shop. I'll have a link down below, and I'm so excited to show you guys how I set this up. And like I just mentioned, I also use cash. So stickers and cash is my thing. I prefer that method because, not just because it's fun, but because budgeting is hard to stay consistent with budgeting. So making my budget more tangible with stickers, cash, it helps me to stay more consistent. It makes it more enjoyable. So I like budgeting more, doing it this way than I did previous methods in the past. So if like me, you have struggled with staying consistent with budgeting, you struggle to even find the motivation to do it, you might want to make your budget more tangible. If you're just using, an app or, whatever, you might want to get into, stickers, try it out, see if you like it. You might want to try cash budgeting and see if that helps you to be consistent. So let's go ahead and get into the planner that I'm using. This is an Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner, and I choose the monthly planners because she has blank pages in her monthly planners. I do have a link in my description box to this specific planner if you like it. So that will be in the description box. So before I get into setting up the planner, I did want to give you all a quick flip through of this planner so that if you like it, you can see what you're working with here. So you have a lined dry erase like dashboard here. You can use markers. I used to put sticky notes on that side of my planner. You have your opening page or your front page. And I got the neutral style planner, so it's not too much like bright colors and things, but you can definitely, she has different styles that you can use. You have a year at a glance. I've seen people use these pages for lots of different things. I, in particular, am going to be using these pages for notating like holidays and days that the banks will be closed, because those affect my paydays, and then they also affect my YouTube videos. So holidays will be what I am going to notate this year in my year at a glance, but you can do your paydays, you can do school activities if you have kids, all kind of things. With this page, you have 12 boxes here, and this is a goals page. I typically will use this page because this is my budget planner. Not saying that you can't put budget goals here, that would be perfect, but I like to use this page to kind of have a snapshot of my business revenue and income for the month. That is what I use this page for. And I just break it down by the revenue, the taxes, the expenses, paying my mom, and all that good stuff. So You could use this just to notate like your financial goals. You can notate, you know, how much you were able to save that month or how much debt you were able to pay off. Literally, the options are endless. And then we have a blank notes page, and then we get into the month. So this is where I'm gonna start with the stickers, another notes page, a dashboard page, and then literally, guys, you just have pages and pages of lines. So nothing is pre-filled in her monthly planners. I'm gonna go ahead and flip to the back. Every month is the same. So if we flip to the back, she has a page for heritage and awareness observances. So I will be using this as well as holidays. You know, this is what I'm going to refer to. Then she has another like year at a glance for 2024, which I think is really cool. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to use this page for yet, but y'all could follow me and subscribe to the channel if you want to see what I end up using that for. Then you have 2 sticker pages, just kind of like some blank functional stickers, and you have a 2-sided folder and then a blank dry erase dashboard at the back that you could use. So that is the planner. All right, y'all, so I have went ahead and laid down the date dots for the planner just because that is very like, I guess like mundane, you know, it's not a whole lot to that. You just put the dates down. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay down my first main washi, as I call it. And guys, I am not like the best applicator of this. I just do the best that I can and make it work. And the theme for these stickers, January, is just called Happy New Year. So you got balloons and champagne and all kind of good stuff going on. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this, we call it like thin deco washi, and I just put it at the bottom of my planner just to give it a little extra sparkle. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give you all a couple of disclaimers while we're doing this. So I do budget only for myself. For the past 2 years, I have been living with my family, but I will be moving back into my own place actually this month. I don't have any kids or pets. My income is variable because I am self-employed. So no matter what, I always use a low budget income plan. I'm a pretty low maintenance person. I always have been, like, my whole life, so that's nothing new. But with having variable income, sometimes you have high months, sometimes you have average months, sometimes you have low months. So I just kind of keep like a baseline of just using a lower, you know, style of budgeting, lower amounts. So that way, for the most part, 95% of the time, I'm always good. Now, we do have some exceptional months. Like if you had followed me, I talked about overspend October was absolutely insane. So, you know, that happens. But for the most part, I always budget low so that no matter where my income is on the scale, I'm pretty much good to go. I do not disclose my revenue, income, tithes, or rent. Those are typically some touchy amounts. So as far as how people feel and things that people have to say, like y'all, one time I had to have a whole come to Jesus meeting a few months, maybe like a year ago, when I was disclosing my tithes at the time. So I stopped doing that. So those are just 4 amounts that you won't see, but you'll see all the other amounts. Again, I live pretty much low maintenance. I'm not somebody that spends money on a lot of like name brand things and clothes and bags and stuff like that. I rather save my money, invest my money, or travel with my money. That's where I am. But you know, you do what makes you happy. This is what makes me happy. You do what makes you happy. I currently don't have any consumer debt. I do have student loans, and that's just up in the air right now. So I'm not really touching that as of right now. I do have one business loan that I will talk to you guys about as we get into the video, because I'm going to show you how I set up my business budget. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to start with is payday stickers. And because I do have on nails, I will just go ahead and use my little tweezers. If y'all have been a part of the planner community, y'all know tweezers are a thing. So I'm just gonna use my tweezers. So when I am setting up my budget planner, I always want to start with what days I'm getting paid. And so I haven't gone through the holidays for this month to know what holidays might affect the budget, for the purpose of just trying to get this video out there so you guys can see how I set everything up. But moving forward, I will definitely have to be notating the holidays, because with the way my shops work, if there's like a holiday on a Friday, I'm not going to get paid. Or if there's a holiday on a Monday, I'm not going to get paid on Tuesday. I'm going to get paid on Wednesday. So I know, like with jobs, you don't really have to worry about that. They'll typically pay you in advance if that's a situation, but that's not how it works for me. So I'm starting with the paydays, and then I'm going to move into the bills so y'all can see what the bills are looking like. So I have gone ahead and already written my bills out on the bill due stickers, as well as the amounts that I am sharing or that I know. So even though I doubt this will come out on the 1st, I'm thinking it might either come out on the 31st or the 2nd. I'm just gonna go ahead, and I don't like the way that looks, so I'm gonna peel that up. These are matte removable stickers, so if you ever need to readjust them, you can. So this is why I like tweezers, y'all. Like, I wear nails, so sometimes it's kind of hard to get an accurate, like accurately see where to place the stickers, and the tweezers definitely help get more of a straight look. So that's my rent and utilities, which will be due on the 1st for my apartment. Next, after that, I'm hoping that I will not have a storage bill in the month of January. That is going to be contingent on me getting everything out of my storage unit in the next like 2 weeks, which have been hard with, like the holidays and working. Like, it's just kind of been hard. So Netflix is due on the 6th. My cell phone is due on the 8th. And again, I don't think companies take out payments on the weekends, but I just go ahead and put it there anyway, because that at least lets me know, gives me an idea that, hey, it's coming out around this time. So my shop app, this is an app that I use for my website. That's on the 15th. And my next one will be my car insurance and my Apple subscription. And that's going to be $100. This is due on the 18th. I hope y'all don't mind the sticker. I mean, the tweezers. Like, I promise I use tweezers in real life. I was like, I'm going to try to do it without the tweezers, but I mean, once you know like how accurate and how straight you can lay the stickers down with tweezers, it's hard to not use them. So like, when I set my budget up every single month, I use tweezers. So I was going to try to not do it, but it's not working. Okay. And then I have my Canva bill that is due on the 27th. So bills that I used to have that I will no longer have next month will be my storage unit and my office rent. So I've been living with my family, and I've been occupying I don't live with my parents, but I live like 10-15 minutes away from them, and I have been occupying one of their bedrooms as my office, as like the shop. And I've just been paying my mom like $50 a month to use it for like, electricity and stuff. But I will be moving my shop to my own place next month. So I don't know if I'm going to end up paying her or not. I probably will, but we'll see. Also, with me moving into my new place, I'm going to have to pay for internet. I just don't have it set up yet, and I don't know what the amount is. So after I get my sticker set and I put in my paydays and then the bills, then I move into any events going on in the month that I know is going to come up and that I know is going to affect my budget. So these are my event stickers that I sell, and I use these stickers to write down events going on in the month that, like I just said, is going to are going to affect the budget. So you could put the event down, and you can put, it has enough room for you to be able to put like the cost, like whatever it's going to cost you. I don't typically do that because for me, it's just more of like me being aware of these things coming up and going on versus, I can kind of figure out the costs and stuff when I'm doing my budget, but I just at least want to be aware of what's going on. So I have 2 birthdays this month. And then I don't know why I wrote trip twice, because I think it's just one trip, but we are leaving on the 14th and we're coming back on the 16th. Y'all pray for me. Although I'm doing good, I have 4 trips in the first 3 months of 2023. So, but I'm doing good. I'm, as far as budgeting for it, but yeah, I'm going to be busy. So I usually save these and hold on to these because things pop up throughout the month. So I'm done with these stickers. So this is pretty much the basis of setting up my calendar: paydays, bills, events. Then we are going to go ahead and flip over and get into setting up the monthly budget. Okay, y'all. So this is my January budget kit. And what I usually do is just come right here to the second line, just kind of line it up and put it down just like that. I will take the January budget script from the bottom, handy dandy tweezers, and I just go ahead and try to center it as best as I can. And there we go. So I have my income washi that goes right under the main washi script. And I usually list 2 sources of income, really just one, but I leave a second line for anything miscellaneous that might come in, which doesn't happen often, but it did for my birthday month, and it might for Christmas as well. And then I put down the total washi script where I'm going to put my totals. So my main source of income is my business/brand, and then I just put miscellaneous for anything else extra that might come in. All right under total, I'm going to grab my variable expense sticker and put that right under total. So these are the expenses that I use my cash envelopes for, my cash wallet. And then my fixed expenses, I just kind of line it up, and I usually flip my planner all around to get this lined up correctly because I'm not left-handed. So I may have to do this off camera because I'm gonna try and see if I can do it on camera. I don't ever do it this way. I just always flip the planner around, but we'll see. Let's see if I can get it to look. See how I'm struggling, y'all? Let's see. I really want to do it for y'all. Okay, we'll go with that. So next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and list my variable expenses. So I have spending, I have gas, groceries, home or household or toiletries, whatever word floats your boat, eating out, medicine, and beauty. So these are my variable expenses. Yours may be different from mine, but you definitely just want to kind of know what you spend your money on. That's not a bill throughout the month, because variable expenses tend to be those expenses that have us overspending. And then I put my total. So I don't usually draw lines in my budget, but because I went with these white washi strips this time. I think I will probably off camera come back and just draw some lines in between to separate. So for fixed expenses, this side is going to be a lot longer. So I'm going to have my rent, and with the complex that I am going to be at, we pay utilities with the rent. So it's going to be all one bill. And then I'm going to have my tithes. I'm going to go ahead and put internet so I don't forget that. I'm going to have my phone bill. I have car insurance. I have health insurance, and I did just increase my health insurance, guys. So I pay for my own health insurance. And I was on like let me just abbreviate that. I was on a very basic plan for my first year paying health insurance, but I just increased it to have a better plan, have more coverage, and then instead of having to apply for it every year, I just apply for it every 3 years. So I just, not cycling, crap. Okay. Yeah. So, cycling is another bill I used to have that I don't have anymore. So I did increase my health insurance. I did pay it for the first time in the month of December, and it was $362. But that was like all the initial fees were included in that. Moving forward, I'm not going to have all those fees. So it will be in the 300s. But I'm just not sure. It'll be lower than what I paid in December, but I'm just not sure what the amount is yet. And then I don't know what my rent is going to be yet. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the amounts that I can show. So again, internet, I will show. I just don't exactly know what it's going to be. And something else that I did forget to mention is that I do round to the nearest dollar. Like, I don't really mess with cents too much, even though I use cash. All of my change just goes into a coin box, and I trade the coins in every like maybe 6 months and just see how much cash it is. But yeah, so I do round everything to the nearest dollar. I feel like I'm missing something, but I think that's all of my bills. So just not sure what health insurance is going to be right now. And I'm not sure what internet is going to be right now. So for my variable expenses, I am going to budget $150 for spending. I'm going to budget. I had to grab my calculator, guys, because I went down in my gas budget. So now I only do $45 a month. But where we are going, my friend and I, for our January trip, we're driving there, but she's going to pay for gas. So I should be good with $180. I did go up in my groceries budget. So I do like $65 a week. Again, just for me. So that'll be $260 for the month. For home, I do like $15 a week, and that for the most part works out pretty good, because home is just like toilet paper, period necessities, things like that, mainly like bathroom things. So for eating out, I'm gonna do $150 this month again, and I typically do, let me see, 20 times 4. I typically do $80 a month, like just like $20 a week. But because of the trip, I'm going to go ahead and bump those amounts up. Medicine will get $40 this month. And I'm going to budget $200 for beauty this month. So I'm going to go ahead and total these up and see what we have. So $150 plus $180 plus $260 plus $60, $150, $40, and $200 gives me $1040. And then I'll have to total that up off camera. So next I'm going to get into additional expenses. So I use this strip for other things that I may put funds aside for in the month. So I do my sinking funds, my savings challenge, and then I will budget an amount for traveling, and then I leave a little space here for unbudgeted, which I've had so much of that happening in the month of December because I was not expecting to be moving out this month. So next I'm gonna go ahead and put this totals strip down. This is where I'm gonna put my totals at, and let's get into these amounts. Okay, so typically every month I expect to stuff $400 in my sinking funds, but I'm gonna do $200 this month just for the simple fact that I'm moving, I'm traveling, so I don't know what that's gonna look like. Traveling, we are actually waiting to hear back from the resort place to see what it's gonna cost to stay there. And like I said, my friend is gonna pay for the gas, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm just gonna have to worry about my share of staying in the room and then food and all that stuff. So again, I don't have that right now. But as we go on throughout the next couple of weeks, these amounts will fill in. I never, of course, budget anything for unbudgeted. And then for saving challenges, so starting next month, I will be starting my January saving challenge, which these are also in my shop. They are specifically for low income budgets, and they come in card form or envelope form if you don't have an envelope. But I will be using the cards in my zipper envelopes. They also come with these check mark stickers because I just don't want to use a marker to mark off my amount. So, yeah, I'm probably a little bougie when it comes to that. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I don't have to do it actually because the amount is here. So for the month of January, I am expecting to stuff $59 in my saving challenge. So that's gonna go here. And then again, I will have to revisit travel. I will have to revisit internet and health insurance. Y'all will see those amounts once I know them. And that is pretty much the basics of my monthly budget. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these little fireworks washi strip to just kind of give it a little pop of color down here. And this is how I budget, y'all. So also in the shop, if you have paychecks, I do offer paycheck stickers, and I used to use these when I was teaching. So I got paid twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month. If we had 5 Wednesdays in a month, I think we got paid on Wednesdays. So yeah, I would break my paychecks down into paychecks, and I used these. But with me being on variable income, monthly budgets work better for me. All right, y'all, so this is the monthly dashboard page. So I will be using these stickers to set this up. Being that this is not like budget specific, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this off camera and show you guys the final look. You could literally dress this up however you want. I do have a deco page to kind of make it more fun and cute. So I'm gonna do that off camera, come back and show you all what we're working with. All right, so this is my dashboard page. Just something to put together to kind of tie into the theme. Usually for to do, this will be work related. Then I'll have a goals, and that could be like for anything. I have 2 birthdays. Then I'll put like work projects here, and then anything else important that comes up. I did use my dashboard header scripts for these headers. And then I have some leftover stickers from the deco page that I could end up incorporating later or into my calendar. So now that that page is done, we've done the monthly budget and we've done the dashboard page. Now we will move into the weekly check-in page. All right, y'all, so this is my weekly check-in page. So again, let me flip the planner. I just kind of come to the second line here and line it up as best as I can, and then lay it down. I take the weekly check-in script. I don't know where I put my tweezers. So y'all forgive me if it's crooked. We're just going to lay that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab week 1. And this is how I set this page up. So I was mentioning earlier how I am a monthly budgeter since I have variable income now. And I don't know exactly what's coming in on a given month. So because I don't know what's coming in on a given month, that is what has me budgeting low amounts, kind of living like a low maintenance lifestyle, until if the Lord decides he want to bless me with millions, then at that point, y'all ain't gonna see me. No, I'm just playing. But even then, I promise, like, my family and my friends can tell y'all, I've never had a problem with overspending in my life. Seriously, like, when I was young, I told, I think one of my subscribers asked me, like, how I felt about keeping cash in the house. And just, like, saying, like, it's not safe and things like that. And I definitely understand that we live in a different day and time. And I definitely am mindful of, like, how much cash I'm saving in the house. But, y'all, I have been keeping cash in the house since I was a little girl. I was a teenager in middle school. And I had cash in my drawer. And my family knew it. And I'm like, anytime somebody needs to come borrow money, they came to borrow it from me because they knew I had it. So I have never been a big spender. Like I said, trips are probably, outside of living, trips are the main thing that I would spend my money on over like designer bags and clothes and stuff like that. Because I just love experiences. So, I just go ahead and put all of my categories down for every week. Sometimes I will just do it week by week, but I kind of noticed that it works out better for me if I just do all of this ahead of time. And then that way, throughout the month, all I have to do is just fill things in versus like setting things up. So yeah, y'all, budgeting this way is just very therapeutic for me. I hope y'all can see that. I'm a paper pen girl. I'm a planner girl. So I love to budget this way. Like I said, I've been doing it for a couple years now. And again, definitely I would recommend if you are somebody who like struggles with consistency, you might want to consider switching up the way that you budget. All right, so this weekly check-in page usually crosses over into the next page, which is why I like to put my monthly budget on that first notes page right after the calendar, so that I think at one point I was putting like it was going on like front and back. So I think I would have my monthly budget here and the weekly check-in started here, and then it would flip to the back, and I didn't like having to flip back and forth like that. So that's why I started putting the monthly budget page right behind the calendar. It's easily accessible. And then when I get to this page, I don't have to flip back and forth. So with this weekly check-in, with me being a monthly budgeter, this is how I am able to track and see how I'm doing for the month. This is what lets me know if I am in budget or over budget. So if I start the month out strong and I'm in budget and I'm having like quite a bit of funds left over, then I know that I can, kind of relax and I have some wiggle room for the rest of the month. If I start out the month pretty bad or I'm spending a lot, then I will try to tighten up throughout the rest of the month just to make sure that I'm good. So the next thing I like to do is put my weeks over here on the side so I know what week is what week I'm budgeting in. So for the first week that I'm going to be budgeting is going to be December 30th through January 5th. Just put a little bubble around. I'm gonna flip to my calendar. My next week is gonna be, and the reason why I'm including it that soon is because, I mean, you know, it's top heavy at the beginning of the month. We have all the big bills coming out. So I can't do my first week of budgeting in this week. That's crazy. So for the second week, we're doing January 6th through the 12th. January 6th through the 12th. And just kind of put it in a little bubble here. The next week is going to be the 13th through the 19th. January 13th through the 19th. I hope that's not too hard for y'all to see. I know my arm's a little awkward. And then we will do the 20th through the 26th. So we'll do January 20. And the last week is a bit funky because it does go into February. So I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this. I don't know. Typically the way that I normally do it, y'all, is I would do, let's see, the 27th through the 2nd would be my first week in February. And again, that's because once I get to February 1st and 2nd, that's where my bills are. So I cannot start my first week of February on the 3rd. I got bills to pay within this week. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. And I'm thinking, like, sometimes I think I could do maybe half the week, the 27th through the 31st, and then cut it off there. However, I do my cash stuffings every Friday. So I don't cash stuff twice a week. I don't go to the bank and pull money out twice a week. That's too much. So 9 times out of 10, February will include the last several days of January, just like January is going to include the last couple of days of December. That's typically how I do it. And then I do have an extra week here just in case things change up. But overall, this is how I set up my weekly check-in. All right, y'all. So the very next page right after the weekly check-in is where I put the sinking funds. So again, I just find that second line and put the washi there. Grab the sinking funds script. Again, I don't have a clue where I put those tweezers, so we're just gonna go with it. And then get my first washi, lay it down right underneath, and go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill out my sinking funds with you guys. If you haven't seen like some of my, I think my last couple of cash stuffings or my last cash stuffing, I did let you all know that I did empty out my sinking funds in the month of December because I was unexpectedly approved for an apartment, and I haven't lived in an apartment in like 2 years. So I really, really love my complex. The only thing I don't like is that we have to pay for laundry. That's the only thing I don't like. So that will probably end up going into my variable expense category at some point. I probably will just kind of fill it out for the first month and see how that goes. So that's the only thing I don't like. But I think I did mention in one of my videos that it's like an older complex. So it's like one of those like nostalgic type complexes. Like, yeah. But it's so freaking cute. It has lots of trees and just, you know, it's just so cute. And what I love about this complex that I did not have in my last complex, so in my last complex, the bedroom walls, like we shared a bedroom wall. That was the worst. I was like, whoever came up with this idea to share bedroom walls is an idiot. Like, who would do that? Who would say like, yeah, let's go ahead and put these walls next to each other like this? Like, that was the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in an apartment complex. So with my new complex, I have the corner. I'm upstairs, so I don't like people over me. I don't like feet and stomping and all that. So I always go to the higher complexes. I go up so that nobody's over me. But also I have the corner complex. So my bedroom walls, I don't share my bedroom walls with any of the complex. Not on the left side, not the back, not the right. The front side of my bedroom wall connects to my living room. So y'all, when I tell you I am so excited about that, because I absolutely hated sharing bedroom walls in my last complex. I hated it with a passion. So I am so excited that my new bedroom walls, none of the walls are shared with any neighbors, not a single wall. I'm so excited. So, with all that being said, because I got approved for the apartment, and you have to pay a lot of fees, application fee and prorated rent, renter's insurance, and all that, I emptied out all of my sinking funds except for car maintenance, car tags, car tires, and Christmas. All of my other funds literally were at zero. I just stuffed them for the first time last week. I have another one or two stuffings for the month of December. So when January gets here, then I will be able to put in what I'm starting with, because December is over. So again, y'all just subscribe. Y'all will see this stuff get filled in. Okay, y'all, and on the very next page, we are going to set up my business budget. So I just want y'all to see how everything is flowing so far with these line pages. So we have the month, January, budget, monthly budget, dashboard, weekly check-in, sinking funds. I'm going to do my business budget, and then I think I have a couple more things to do, but there's definitely still quite a few pages left. So if you want to use like paycheck 1, paycheck 2, you would have room for that. So we will get started with the business budget. And again, I line up with the second line and I grab the script. Okay, y'all don't know what that was about. It was like a slight little snag. But there's the script. Then I'm going to grab the revenue sources. So you notice on the income page, or the monthly budget, it said income. For the business budget, you have revenue, because revenue and income are not the same thing. So for my sources of income, I have my shops, and there's 2 of them. I sell the same things, but I like to offer the different platforms because, I also have a customer base, I always say, on Etsy, that are not necessarily my subscribers or social media friends, but they're like Etsy shoppers. So I kept it open for them, and yeah. So my next source of income is getting paid for video views, and that's gonna include YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, which I've been in the TikTok. I don't think I have enough room to write. It's gonna run into that. I've been on TikTok for, I think, since the summer, maybe a little bit before then. I've been in the, what they call that thing, creator fund, since August, and I have still not gotten paid. TikTok payments are, we just thank God, we don't complain, but it's really low, compared to YouTube, even compared to Instagram. TikTok is really low. I have not received 1 check from TikTok, whereas YouTube and Instagram, I get paid from those every single month. So yeah. And then I put miscellaneous just for anything else that may come in. Again, just like my monthly budget, that rarely ever happens. So next, I'm gonna go in with the variable expenses washi strip, and the fixed expenses. So it's very similar to your monthly budget. We're going to try this again from the left side. I told y'all, I usually flip this planner around because I'm not left-handed. So it's kind of hard for me to do it with my left hand. But there we go. Okay. So For my variable expenses, I'm not going to be showing amounts, but I'll show you guys what the categories are. So I buy things on Amazon, mainly like my shipping supplies and stuff I get from Amazon because I have the Amazon Prime account where you can get things in like 2 days. So from Target, I will typically get laminating sheets. They are a little bit better quality from Target than Amazon, I noticed. So sometimes I will go to Target for that. Office Depot is typically for computer ink, designs, for my stickers. Then you guys will see Shop Capital. So this is my business loan that we will get in. I will show you guys what the amount is on that. So keep watching. And then I have labels. So shipping labels that I have to buy. And then I put Etsy bills. So rarely do I ever get a bill from Etsy because Etsy and Shopify are very different platforms. Shopify bills us separately for shipping labels and all that stuff. Etsy, on the other hand, takes things right out of your Etsy account so that you don't have to get billed separately. Honestly, I wish Shopify did it that way because it's just one less thing I have to worry about. But every now and then, if I am not, I get paid on Tuesday, so I have to like do my, I have to buy my labels before I get paid. So if I don't buy my labels before I get paid, then I may end up getting a bill. So that's the only time that may happen. So I just put it there just in case. For fixed expenses for my business, I do use Canva Pro. I do like all of my like marketing stuff, like, you know, Instagram pictures, all that good stuff. I do have HP Ink, which I have been on a 6-month free trial, which has been absolutely amazing. But I do think they're going to start charging me in this month, actually. I used to have office rent. I'm going to go ahead and put it because, again, my mom, she's very like flexible when it comes to this. So she may tell me not to worry about it. I don't know. And then I do use an app on my website to help me organize some stuff. So I have the Shopify app. And that is going to be it for my business expenses. Sometimes I do spend money on other things. Like I invest in my business. And that is not over here. Because, you know, when I invest in my business, I typically, it's typically like kind of a running list of things. So what I might do is like on the back page, keep like a list of what I'm doing and then calculate it up at the end of the month. So for like my investments, y'all are going to see where I put those. So then these strips are specifically business related. So if you have a business or a side hustle and you need to kind of get that together, and I'm still getting it together, y'all, like please don't think that I have it all together. I don't. I was watching Sarah Marie not too long ago and setting up her budget for the new year, and she was talking about, you know, she was an accountant before she became a business owner, and it still took her and her tax consultant like a couple years to kind of, you know, get accurate numbers and percentages and things like that. So I definitely don't have it all together, but this has helped me get more organized with the financial part of the business. So I just put this little deco piece here. This is where I have expected profit, expected taxes, expected income, actual profit, taxes, and actual income. Right after that, I'm going to lay down this strip for additional expenses. So this is where if I do like some business investments, I'll put that here. My mom helps me in the shop and I pay her and I put that here. And then what I end up doing is I'll hold on to the final total strip and the final washi strip, usually in the back pocket of this planner. because it may kind of stretch into the back page, and I'll keep like some notes right here, I don't know. So I just usually keep it open until the end of the month. So this is where we are. That is the business budget, so y'all get a chance to see at least what my categories are and how I set this up. And when I tell you, it truly has helped me. I absolutely love this setup. All right, y'all. So we are at the very back of the business budget. I'm going to leave these 2 pages blank, and I'm going to flip here. And on this page, I am going to set up my debt tracker. So again, I don't have like credit cards I'm paying on. I don't have a car note, but I did go ahead and get a business loan. And to be honest, y'all, I think I just got it just to kind of see what it was like. It's something I've never done before. And I don't like it. Before this loan, like I just did everything with my own money, or like with the money from the business. And I prefer to keep doing that. So I think I just wanted to try it out. And it is a Shopify business loan. So the way that the Shopify business loan works is that this is not a loan that's like based off of like your credit. So this is not a loan that they like look at your credit or your business credit score or anything like that. This type of loan does not go against your credit in any way. It is specifically like Shopify will look and see what the success of your business has been. And if you have had success in your business, they will offer you different amounts of loans to help invest even more in your business with products or services or whatever. So also the way that this loan works is I don't have to make payments. So they take out a percentage of my sales. They take 14%, I believe, of my sales. So I was offered 3 amounts. There was like a low amount, a middle amount, and a high amount. So the middle amount was $2,400, and I took 24. So I think the lowest was like 1,900, and then the highest was like over 3,000. So I took the 24. They did put interest on it, so it became 2,600 that I ended up having to pay back. So I've been paying on this loan, and I did use it. I bought my wallets, and I just wanted to see like if this was something that I would like, that I could keep funding my business this way versus using the business money, and then with like future sales, just let them take out their payments. But like I said, I don't like it. I don't know. I just don't like debt. Like student loans, a mortgage, that's about all I ever want. Maybe another car note, but that's really it. So, and I'm not saying that I never will again, because I don't know. But what I am saying is that I did this just to try it out, to see if I wanted to fund my business this way versus the way that I have been doing, which is just, whatever I make, take a percentage of it, put it back into the business. And I don't like it. So once I'm done paying this loan, I will not be doing this again. So I don't know what my starting balance is going to be by January 1st, but I can tell you guys that as of December 9th, and today is the 20th, I think, December 9th, I had $592 left on this loan. So it's probably less than that now, because they take payments out, like every day. So, and it's small payments, but it adds up. So yeah, so I was like a little under $600 for that business loan. So I am projecting that after the month of January, I will be done with that business loan, and I will not get it out again. So the starting balance was $2,600. The payment is 14% of my sales, and I'm just gonna put of sales. And then what I do is every week. So there will usually be 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks every week. I just kind of check the balance. So I'm going to mark off 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will take my total strip and just put it down here. So this is the only debt that I'm paying on as of right now. The rest of this page is kind of blank, but I can use it for notes. And then for the last page, we're going to use this for my transaction log and my savings tracker. All right, y'all. So this is my transaction log. So again, we're going to the second line and just putting it down, grabbing the script and laying it down. So what I use the transaction log for is to notate any spending that I do out of my sinking funds. So I started doing this because I noticed like I would, spend money from my sinking funds, not often, but I would. And I would never know like what I spent the money on. I'd be like, I don't remember what I spent the money on. And I didn't like that. I didn't like not knowing. And I don't have to have like every single little detail, like what store I went to, but I at least want to know what fund, it came out of, or, so just like a general description of what I'm spending my money on. So this is specifically for sinking funds. However, with my sinking funds being like pretty much non-existent right now, I am not foreseeing me having to, being able to spend out of my sinking funds for now. And then next is my savings tracker. So I started using this tracker to just track how much money I was saving in cash. So y'all know I use my envelopes, and I usually, it's about half and half. Like half the time I do have some money left over, and I just like to be able to track how much money I was able to save in cash from my wallet. So I just counted down 5 spaces because I figured, for the savings tracker, I do the 5 spaces because there's 4 weeks in a month, maybe a 5th week, and I just track it every week. For the transaction log, I also use 5 spaces just because I don't really foresee myself using more than 5 sinking funds a month. So that kind of gives me plenty of room. And, but yeah, that is going to complete my budget. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick little flip through of everything. So we start out with the month, got the washi, everything laying down. I start out with my paydays. You could start out with your bills and then your paydays, however you want to do it. But put in my paydays. Then I put in my bills on their due date. And then I have my event sticker sheet where I will write down any events going on that I know I'm going to have to spend money on. Usually, again, events fill up throughout the week. If I do have bills that come up or that I know are coming up, but I don't know when they're going to be due, I'll just put them over here in the notes section. Again, these are matte removable stickers. So once I figure out what day my internet bill is due, I will just peel it up and put it on the date. Then we get into my monthly budget, which is where I put what I plan to spend in each category under variable for the month. And then I have my fixed expenses, which are fixed amounts that I don't have to worry about them changing too much. I do round to the nearest dollar just to make budgeting easier for me. I have some additional expenses or places where I know I'm going to be putting money toward: sinking funds, saving challenges. I will be traveling this month in January, and then anything else that pops up throughout the month that I didn't plan for. I have my dashboard sheet, work to-do list, goals, birthdays, projects, anything else that's important that's coming up. And then to keep me accountable for these spending amounts over here, I do weekly check-ins every single week on Fridays in my cash stuffing videos. And I also fill these out with you guys on those videos. And as the weeks go by, I will fill out what I have remaining after each week for the rest of the month. So y'all see this in cash stuffing videos. Then we move on to my sinking funds, just for knowledge purposes. What am I starting with? See where I ended with, and that's that. Then I have my business budget. Typically my budget starts here and then it moves into the monthly budget, but this is where I have the majority of things I spend my money on, the majority of revenue services. Any additional expenses I will just notate down here. I do give myself a couple of pages for business just because, you know, you never know what's going to come up, and I want to have some room to make notes or do calculations, all that good stuff. Then we get to my debt tracker, which is my current business loan, which is roughly $500 and something as of now. I do have a goal to pay that off. As a matter of fact, while we're on camera, I'm going to write that down. I'm writing that down. Pay off business loan. And then I have my transaction log where I keep track of any spending out of my sinking funds. And then I have my savings tracker where I track how much money I'm able to save from my cash envelopes and cash wallet. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, I hope the video was not too long, but I just wanted to take you from start to finish. So if you have any questions about my process, if there's something that you still are wondering about, or maybe that I didn't cover, go ahead and leave me a comment down below and I will answer. Also wanted to give you guys a quick thank you for those of you that purchased my Christmas sale items. You guys don't know how much that helped me because I'm moving, so it just helps me so much to be able to get, you know, give those things out and just kind of get rid of them from my possession. So that's, you know, that definitely helped me, and my goal is to get all the Christmas sale orders out tomorrow, which will be, you guys are watching this Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. So yeah, I think that's it, y'all. I've been like rambling. So thank y'all again for watching this video. And I hope that y'all have a Merry Christmas, a safe Christmas, a Happy New Year. I think I will see y'all before then. Friday, cash stuffing. We'll try to make that happen. This is like my second time filming this week. So 3 videos in 1 week is a lot. And I'm also trying to be moved out by next week. So y'all pray for me. And I hope that y'all have a great rest of your week. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.